like girls trying to fuck.
Like I said, they wouldn't be shit without some of these big places.
Welcome to this podcast.
What's that look?
I thought my arm was in the video.
Hey, at this point, man. Already said it. This show is going nowhere fast. No. Oh. Somebody mad they got some homeless dick. Oh. I saw your man's new place. Heard it got concrete floors. He will have gold floors when he gets to the kingdom. Okay, teacher handed out transphobic letters to high school students. Are we starting with that? Goodness gracious.
That's here in town too.
I'm good. We can keep that out. See, now we going too far. Here in town, we don't need to know the town. Pregnancy from rape is an opportunity for women. All right, hold on. Welcome to the Rondo Show podcast, episode 91. Hope everybody is living up to their true potential or on their way to it. Yeah. Certain topics where I'm like happy that NASCAR dismissed himself. Because this would not work. This would not be a thing. This would not work out properly. And I don't go too far, I don't believe. I mean, I go far, but
Yeah.
I try to mind my business as best as I can. But no. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't do shout outs and stuff, and I don't. I try to like I watch podcasts, so I try not to like podcast a podcast that I watched as a fan.
Yeah.
But certain shit you just gotta do. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta do it, I believe. And then I started looking at how many podcasts actually do shout outs, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should do some shout outs. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and you're walking, hey, shout out to you, man. I walk and I listen to podcasts. Yeah. Shout out to the walkers. I don't hear people say that. They don't shout out the walkers because everybody's just driving. Everybody's like assuming a certain level of success in life, I guess, if you want to call it success. Shout out to who else? Spotify people, yeah. YouTube people. Oh yeah, I gotta watch out too because my family be listening now. Oh. Yeah, I really can't say too much. Yeah. I can say whatever, but just know. I got my mom freaking critiquing the podcast with advice, telling me her thoughts. I'm like, whoa. I remember when I did this and nobody cared. Like not one person cared. And they thought I wasn't doing anything. They looked at it like how when you first start rapping, they like, oh, you rap, all right. Well, whoop-de-doo. It's another thing for you to say you're doing so you can waste your time and not do things that you're supposed to do. And now it's like, I saw the last podcast. I'm like, oh, shit. Saw the podcast? You listened to the podcast? So shout out to you for listening, tuning in. Shout out to who else? Section 8ers, food stampers.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to the Atlanta fans. Shout out to people who like ketchup. Shout out to Heinz.
Oh goodness.
It's like, no, let me stop. We don't need no more unofficial sponsors on this podcast. I almost put the Old English on there, and I was like, Old English. I don't even know if they've paid the Flatbush Zombies properly for all that promotion they did. So how they gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna just watch that. You know, it's always a good episode when you start off spilling shit.
Great episode.
What was it? Oh yeah, dark stuff. Yeah, shout out to people who like not sensitive, cause some dark stuff going on out here, man. Some dark stuff that I don't know. I don't want to say I like knowing about it, but it's interesting to find out how crazy, stuff could get. I mean, I know. Trust me. I know how crazy people are, but like, I don't know. I guess you don't want to know. Shout out to the people who like can stomach it and like do the due diligence to find out the information, because that couldn't be my job. I'd quit. It's just like social workers. Yeah. You go in to save the day and then you end up like, I'm good off this. I don't need this in my life. This is gonna tear me apart. So shout out to you sickos, you sick motherfuckers who know how to do that and can block out your humanity and compartmentalize your emotions to deliver the news to us. We thank you. Parents, young parents, how about that specifically? Shout out to the Adidas fans. Not you Nike heathens. Yeah, just, It's always somebody with some Nikes. It's always a Nike fan. Just don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? They just don't get it. They just so stuck on, Nike. I really feel like it's Nike. What Kanye say? He said, when you look at Nike, you would look at them as somebody like Apple, right? No, Apple is a $600 billion company. Nike is a $500 million company. It's two different things. I said, oh, okay. You would think, though, because you see it everywhere, Nike is still for broke boys.
Yeah.
And Adidas lets you, fake. You can flex like you got some money, you know what I mean? Still look. Then it's like Adidas, we like always have like this idea that we're going to be athletic one day. Nike is like, I'm just wearing these because they're good shoes and they're durable and they're cool looking.
Yeah.
But it's like with Adidas, it's like we going somewhere sometime, at some point. I know these are slides, but I'm going to do something with myself. It's like I'm implying that I might hit the gym, but I'm not going to hit the gym at all today. I'm going to sit on the couch and do a podcast episode. Oh, man. Shout out to the Flaky Flakes. Shout out to everybody who ever did this podcast with me and they not here today. She's like, oh, you're going to do that? You're going to shout them out?
No, stop.
It's just what it is, man. I mean, it's kind of cool when you look at it. People come and go. It's a story. It's like, when they do that, it makes me feel like this is actually a place to be, because you can come in and you can come out. Like you can, it separates it from, like I said, just a typical thing. It makes me feel like this isn't typical. You know what I mean? It's easy to get, like people can be on the podcast and still sleeping on the podcast. Like NASCAR actually fell asleep on the podcast before. So, anyway, okay. I guess we can get to sharing the screen, guys. This will be a little weird because I don't know any of these stories. But I can't hear you. You said what?
I said I've only read one of them, really.
How you gonna only read one, but you got you
Like
you know what? You know what? Hey, look. See, this is too. Yeah. A teacher handed out a transphobic letter to a high school student. Okay, what is the transphobic letter? What is this? What makes it transphobic? Let's see. Let's just admit, Dave Chappelle said it too. It's pretty hilarious that a man could wake up one day and realize that he was supposed to be a woman and he still has a penis. It's kind of funny. And at the same time, it's like, it is pretty, embarrassing. Let me stop. All right. I'm not going to add on to the destruction of a community. All right. What is he saying in this letter? I am hoping by now you know me well enough from class to be able to trust me. I respect you. I support you. I want what's best for you. If there were a rattlesnake under a pile of leaves on a path in front of you, I'm hoping you could easily imagine that I would run out ahead of you to warn you. If your home were on fire, I'm hoping you could believe that I would try to help you get out. I was about to say, I don't think anybody needs a notification that their home's on fire, but okay. That's sort of what's happening now. Okay. What? When you asked me to call your friends by masculine names and I started trying to do that, I was wrong. It was a lie. Whoa. I didn't warn you about the rattlesnake. Whoa, you mean the penis? All right. I didn't try to rescue you from the burning home. Oh, these are like, okay. I hope you'll forgive me, and I want to turn things around now. And like I said, I'm hoping you'll trust me. All right, man, get to it. Stop being a punk. He's a pussy. All right. I realize that what you feel is saying something totally different, but feelings are like a mirage. You don't dare trust in them to guide you. They're not an accurate reflection of reality. All right, I gotta go with him on that one. That's some shit I actually have said. So what is reality? Here we go. Back to that. What is reality? What is the truth? How can you know the truth for certain? Well, by Biologically, every cell in your body is feminine. That's the biological truth. The same is true for your friends. What? And it's truth, and it's the truth that I want to encourage you to pursue. That's what a good teacher does, right? The DVD will explain everything more clearly than I can, the spiritual as well as scientific facts. The candy is a symbol of the sweetness that I hope and pray you'll discover. What the F is he talking about? What is he talking about? 0 days, huh?
That's a good question.
0 days without being a national embarrassment.
Oh, he added that calling
Local-
students the gender by which they identify.
Hold on. I'm trying to read this. Local teacher at the high school thought it would be a good. Okay. All right, what happened? You gotta speak up too.
He added that calling students the gender by which they identify as would be a lie.
All right, this is a weird spot because as a teacher, that's kind of your job, is to guide them on what's going on, what's real and what's not. So if you can always just wake up and say you identify as something that you aren't, you're kind of confronting that reality too, because you're saying I identify with. You're not saying I'm a man. You have to. If you have to say I identify with something, it's because you're obviously not that to other people. And it's like, this is when we get in the argument of what does it matter what other people think? How can other people determine? That's not even the point necessarily, because you're not in this world by yourself, and things have been the way they were before you got here. So let me back that up, because they're going to twist that. That's crazy. But look, though, the reality is this, right? When somebody says they identify as a woman and they're a man, right? They didn't say they identify as a fish. They picked from the two genders that humans acknowledge. They didn't make up a new gender. Now they're trying to make that a gender, but
Yeah.
your thought was to choose something you already seen anyway. So that means you're okay with the reality that there's men and there's women. You just want to be a woman. So it's not like you were born necessarily, like, what are you saying is wrong? What happened? What causes it? And can't nobody explain what causes it, because it's not our place. It's not our place unless we're a part of that community. And then even if you get into that community, it's all different. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's individual path is their own thing. And I'm cool with all of that. But it's just funny how you wake up and you don't believe that this is that you're a man, but you don't choose something other than woman, or vice versa. It can't be that out of the norm. If you these the same people who was like, yo, I'm a woman, like I'm a woman. I didn't wake up thinking, oh, I'm a woman, I need to be a woman. Like, no, it's like I'm a woman, and now you're saying you are that, but you were born in a man's body. How does that work? Who allowed you to go that far? So as a teacher, you're like, my dude, let me help you, because you don't know what's going on. You really messed up in the head. All right, I'm not gonna see. That's funny. How much time we got?
He only gave this letter to 4 students.
Yeah, because they was the gay ones. He didn't give it to the rest of them. They know what they are.
And the school obviously took the kids' side.
Well, the school's just trying to stay a school.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
And it says now the teacher could face federal probe for offending transgender.
Federal what?
It says probe.
Peril?
PROBE.
Oh, probe. How do you gonna probe them? What does that mean?
That's what I'm about to
Federal probe. What are you gonna do? You gonna what? I'm gonna get investigated about what? On what grounds? Am I ending up in jail? Like could this be? But this is the thing. Excuse me. Hate speech is a new thing that people can say if you disagree with them.
Yeah.
Like if you and that's another thing. It's like he's a teacher. His job is to teach you about life. What do you want him to do? You want him to, especially if he was taught this. You can change what a teacher teaches. But then who are you to change what a teacher teaches if you're not a teacher?
Yeah.
It's just, this world is coming to a daggone end. This is like all people care about these days. And in the last days, you know, people get obsessed with gender and stuff like that. Yeah. Stuff that really doesn't matter when you zoom out. Race and gender. I don't know how to explain it, man. Because I met some cool gay people, cool transgender people.
Yeah, of course.
But the fact that I have to say that, like, you know, like, I guess it's kind of normal because you like, I know some cool men and I know some cool women. But it's like, I don't remember men. I guess women did it. But this is what happens when people that are disenfranchised want to be considered differently or with respect, or they want some sort of rights and privileges because they've been disenfranchised. How you go about that is so critical, because I really feel like how women went about their feminism movement, like everybody's following that model now. Like nobody is, it's just bullying at this point. It's like make them, because we can't let them decide. We have to make you do what we want you to do. So my thing is about it being critical of how you go about getting your rights, is because you're going to end up becoming the oppressor. Yeah. Now people have to live in a world that you once lived in because you want the world to cater to you now. And it's like, that's okay if that's what you wanted to do, but most people are acting like they want everybody to be free and everybody to be happy, when that's not true. You want you by any means necessary. You don't care about the discomfort and the confusion you put other people in, because all that does is feed your movement. All it does is help you. Yeah. It's just a weird thing. It's not just well, at this point it's just them, but it's not just LGBTQ community. I feel like it's a lot of people, man. I had to talk to a few black people about it. Like, you think running up on some white dude, getting all in his face, yelling at him, threatening him, is going to make him treat you how you want to be treated? Of course. That's not going to work, my black brother. It's going to have the opposite effect. He's going to be even more intimidated of black people. And then the next black person that comes with a valid point and a petition for some sort of respect, he's going to get, it's going to be even harder. Because now it's like, but it's okay. You can shake the tree. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Yeah. Who am I to tell people how to express themselves? But we've seen this story as old as time, especially as kids. The one who gets picked on, the first thing they fall in love with, the idea and the fantasy, is to be the guy to get to pick on people. It's not necessarily, oh, I want to stop everybody from being picked on. That's not what the one getting bullied usually thinks. He usually thinks about how to get his bully back, how to beat the bully down, how to be the bully. You want to become that so that it doesn't happen to you. And it's like an every man for himself type thing. And shall I say every woman, every man, every trans. Well, we know what's going on here. Ain't much I could say, man. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this. If I was a teacher, I would just keep that shit to myself, and I'd probably just stop teaching. Yeah. It's no, and this is why I can't say certain things either, because I don't want teachers to quit teaching. I want my kids to be able to be taught by somebody with some damn sense. Yeah. And I don't want it to be like, yeah, I asked Jordan in a minute, are you a woman? Are you a girl? Just cause it's like, I don't know. This is the perfect time to do it too. There's too much going on.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it says he could face a federal probe from the Department of Education's office for civil rights.
He's just going to get fired. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They don't want nobody in there, like I said, that's telling the truth. Yeah, man. Then if you talk to we talk to certain trans people or certain gay people, you know, they might say, I want kids, and then they say, if my child wants to do this, then they can do that and all that. I just don't know what everything is going to be. Like, you deciding you want to change your gender shouldn't make my gender change. But it's almost like heterosexuality has to change for other people now. Like, to be heterosexual is to tell other people what you see. Like, it's the same as, like, I'm heterosexual, right? And I see a woman in the distance, and she got all the womanly features, and she's beautiful to me because I'm a heterosexual man. And then you get up on her and it's a dude. Does that make me now that? No, you would say no, right? You would say, oh, he just didn't know that was a dude.
Yeah.
But what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Like, so if I see you and you're not a woman, I have to say that, right?
Of course.
What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be like, oh, this is a woman, but that ain't the woman I like. What's going on? This ain't no fucking woman. That's why I don't like her. Like, what is going on, man? It's like they're trying to force it down your throat. Like, pause. No pun intended. Yeah, man. Oh, man. You really trying to shut this podcast down, ain't you? That's the first news story she sends me. There you go. Pod about that. Ah, man. Let's see. So what if I was a transgender woman? Well, should I say man, woman? Like, what if you found out that I, like, used to be a woman? Would it change anything for you?
I would be in shock for a while, definitely.
Why would you be in shock? Accept me for who I am. It's just what it is. You already loved me.
Yeah, but I feel like you lied to me this whole time.
Why? There goes that key word, lie. The word lie comes up once again. Wow. What's this teacher's name? Emmer Alice Goit? Gut? Gutete? I don't know.
He's a German teacher.
Oh, no, it's actually Dein Dutcher. Maybe that's a statement, but they call him Mr. H, I guess. I don't know.
Well, he teaches German teacher.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't care what he teaches. Because it's not like he could, like I'm saying, he's trying to teach, and they're like, yo, why'd you say young man? I'm not a young man. Like, hold on. Can we get to the German, please? Little girl, get your ass. Little man, like, I don't know what to say to you. We can't even have a conversation about nothing without that. We got to go there first, and that's what I'm saying. It's like a control factor. It's like, I can't control you, but you can control me. And it's not like I want to control you. It's just that, like I said, I already talked about this. I said this. This is a hell of an episode coming on the end of that. Off the end of that, Know Your Triggers episode. Shout out to Miss E. That was a great fucking episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch that. Episode 890 was really good about emotional triggers, mental health, illness, and the like, and the such, whatever you say. And yeah, it was like very powerful. And I ended it on the idea that you know, when you have a mental health illness, it's your job to get your mental health together. It's not other people's job, but the more you lack and the more you, what they call it, neglect your mental health, it affects the people around you. And I believe, this is what I said in the last episode, I believe that this is what we're seeing here with a lot of this stuff that comes from this community. It's like, at the end of the day, y'all are going through something mentally. This is a mental condition. This is a mental situation, a psychological situation occurring inside of these people, and they're taking it out on other people because they have now gained, well, they've always had power in this country, but they did something that black people could never do, bro. We could never get the government on our side to defend us in any situation. We could never use the police to our benefit. And it's like, when you see black people that are in this community, I believe that's part of why they in that community. It's like, I'm about to get what I need. If I gotta just take it up the ass, I mean, suck a little dick here and there, you know what I mean? I wear a skirt, my nigga. Hey, it's Versace, bitch.
I'll wear a skirt.
And then it's like, it was a slow progression. It was like slow, like they did it so well that I don't know what I feel like it's a certain level of greed in there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you win.
Of course.
You already won. You get to be what you want to be.
Yeah.
And I can't stop you, or else I'm going to, jail.
Yeah.
So why is what happens to everybody, which is people calling you out your name, people saying things that you don't want them to say about you or to you, why is that now a part of that? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because with black people, they can talk to us crazy, and who we gonna tell?
Nobody.
We can tell ourselves.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen from that. So it's like a thing where it's like, they did it so well to where it's like, now it's like going, I'm not gonna say too far, because if you say that, then it's like, what do you mean? What is too far? Too far is you thinking you don't have to deal with human existence because of your decisions. Then they say, oh, it's not a choice. Okay, so you're proving my point even more, because I'm black and I didn't choose this, and I still got to deal with the result of being in humanity. They had Hitler on the Looney Tunes?
Huh?
Huh?
So what didn't they have?
I mean, I know, but this is for kids. And they worried about this, they worried about that, but it's all good. Yeah, so it's like, how will you say that, like you would think that if you got to choose that lifestyle, that would be the most important thing to you, just being able to be who you are.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter to me if other people didn't see me that way. It really wouldn't. Like, and I can't say that because I'm not that, but I'm black.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice to let what people say and think about me matter. And I'm a dude. So women really don't give a F about what I think and what matters to me.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is a disenfranchised community, and this is all disenfranchised on top of disenfranchised. But the black man, I feel like, is the last person to get anything, and he probably won't ever get anything because they just find a new way to give somebody else something right before it's our turn.
Yeah.
And then it's like this thing, it has to be greed, because it's like you've gotten to live that lifestyle. You get to be whatever you want to be, And just like anything, it comes with, reactions from the world. It's going to come with, everything has something that you're going to have to, and it's like you want, what do you want? You want everything, it seems like. And, hey, I guess you should have what you want, man.
Of course.
And you probably didn't want this episode. Episode 91 from the Rondo Show podcast. But I believe it was a good episode. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and listening. If you are on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, yeah, I appreciate it. I've been late with the episodes, but I'm trying to get this whole situation together. I got a few things in the works, and I'm just trying to make sure that I can get some sort of consistency and just find my way. I try not to rant. I try not to talk about me too much. I try not to play my music all the day, talk about me. But since I'm potting by myself, I guess it's okay. I'm trying to get more comfortable with doing that. I did it before, but I was also walking around. I was doing a lot of things. I was just taking the podcasting content, what do you call it? Art form to another level. I was trying to do something different with it, and I have to get used to sitting here on camera, talking. It's easy when you're talking to somebody. It's easy when you focused on the audio and focused on creating a movie with words, and now I'm like visually creating a movie. I'm sonically creating a movie. I'm adding out to this story. I used to do a lot of things while I was podcasting, so now it's like pod, man. And I'm here, and I will never leave you. The Rondo Show podcast is forevermore. Shout out to you, and you. Especially the ones who, I just love talking about the people who quit. It's so fun. Because it's like, yo, you quit on this. Like, what did you quit on?
Yeah.
Like, it's a never ending, it's like, it's always a pod coming up. Like, it's always an episode dropping. It's always intuitive. It's always an experience. It's always like a spiritual thing. And like people just, and it's not like they quit and they like, yo, I can't do this. Like, I thought I could. It's too much for me. Like, I gotta give myself a break or something. I gotta go. They just be gone. Like, don't text, don't call, don't say nothing. And I'd be like, whoa. Like, that is like so good to me though. Yeah. Because like when I get to where I need to be or want to be, and it's like I said, when we getting them views and when we got the studio set up and, we got investors, we got sponsors, we got everybody. I mean, it's going to be real hard to talk to people like that. Because they're going to really act like, yo, I got it there. I was there. And I'm like, dude, you wasn't though. Like, you left the thing. How you leave the thing? Like, how you leave the thing that you saying you was there for? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Then you can say, at that time, man, it was just a lot going, that time. And I'm like, hey, I'll give you that. But this time is not good for me now. Like, I mean, it's just it's a ton of reasons. I could talk all day, like I said, about the haters and the quitters and the non-believers, but it's just, DJ Ace, shout out to him. He told me something real one time. He was like, you have haters and you got non-believers, and he was like, sometimes your family might be the main ones, family and friends might be the main ones not believing in you, and you can't blame them for not believing, bro, because it's your dream. Like, they're not going to see it how you see it, so it's like they're not going to see it until it's done. You can't be mad at them for not believing in your thing. That's your thing. And I was like, whoa, like, that's real. Like, that's real, but then we got people who all day complain about people doing stuff and not including them. And, like, I try to get ahead of that and just include people at the beginning, and, like, we could do the work together so that way this, that, and the third. But if I just did this, blew up, didn't talk to nobody, they were like, hey, are you brand new? How am I brand new? Like, not me, because I included you. Yeah. You got gone. So, I do think it's poor taste and not a good listen for me to talk about them every episode, but it's for me, I got to get it out somewhere. And still love everybody though. I don't have no issues with nobody. I don't have no beef. I'm in a non-beef state right now. That's different for me, right?
Yes.
Shut up. We not beefing.
For once.
Shut up. God damn, we about to be beefing. Yeah, I'm like beef free right now. And it's weird. I ain't gonna lie, it's weird. I don't like it. I don't know. I gotta get used to it. Cause when there's no beef, when there's no beef, it's like, what's really going on?
It doesn't feel relieving to you?
It's relieving in ways.
Yeah.
But like I said, the stuff that you get out of the beef, people tell you how they really feel about you in the beef. I be appreciating the beef, man. I don't eat pork, so I be appreciating the beef. I appreciate the beef, bro. It's like real, like he'll tell you, nah, bro, I don't really like that shirt. You be like, damn. And you keep doing this. You keep doing this every day. I see you do that. Like, why are you doing that? You be like, damn, this nigga see me do this every day and said nothing. Now we beefing. He like, man, I don't like it. Why you do that? It really irked me when you do that. I was like, damn. You get to know some stuff in the beef. That's all I miss from the beef.
Well, maybe that means everybody got everything.
And the makeup, huh?
I said maybe that means everybody got everything out. They had to do.
Nah, that ain't, nah. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Nope. They got everything out until the next beef. Until the next beef.
And the makeup?
Yeah. Be it sex, be it the comeback. You know what I mean? People, when you start beefing, especially when you beef with people you was cool with, y'all start beefing. Then if y'all make up and y'all come back, it's even better because y'all just went there. Y'all went a few places together now. You know what I mean? And and then this is the thing, when somebody beef with you, they get to telling you shit they never told you. They feel way better after y'all make up because they like, whoo, I got to tell this nigga some real shit. So shit I would have never told him at first when we was cool. Now that we beefed a little bit, now I feel like I can talk freely around my man. Like, now I feel like I can tell him how I feel when I don't like something. It's like, niggas get a little more disrespectful. They feel comfortable now. It's like, I disrespected him, but we still friends. Yeah, people reflect on the beef and be like, hold on, he let me say that? We still here? All right. Yeah. Beef is real. Rondo Show Podcast, episode 91. Yo, love you. Peace. Out. Done.
I got 4 invites and 4 little packets and I'm heading for the bright light. With a little bit of gumption, a bad memory